I think we'll go ahead and jump into our game, chat. So, all right. Let me get my controller. We'll be good to go. As far as I know, our favorite thing, what am I drinking today? What is the streamer drinking? We are drinking out of the world-renowned Chainsaw Man cup from G Fuel. We are drinking G Fuel hydration flavors today. Their new, unsponsored by the way, but their new formula bag. That's pretty exciting. For if you don't want any caffeine in your G Fuel, they have this. It's like a nice little variety pack. So far, my favorite flavors are I'm a very much like a citrus kind of guy, but it is, here, let me pull them out really fast because there's like four, I think, in here. Four different flavors. So there is Strawberry Splash, Peach Paradise, Lemon Limelight, and Orange Oasis. I am a big fan of Orange Oasis and Strawberry Splash. Pretty generic, pretty straightforward names for what they are. Obviously, they are, it's orange. I have it upside down. Strawberry. And then peach. Some good old peach, if you like peaches. And then lemon limelight. But I just said if you like peaches, I think everybody likes peaches. If you know what I'm saying. We all like peaches. So let me know if there's any audio delay or anything like that. Yeah, I am, in fact, I am a fiend for citrus. I am a fiend for citrus. So, but yes, I think where we last left off, we were making our way into the Phazon Mines, if I remember correctly. For anybody who's just joining us in, me coming back to streaming after a 2-week little hiatus. First off, welcome in. I love you. I appreciate you stopping by, even if you stop by. I am very familiar with Metroid Prime, especially like Remastered, the OG. I have beaten this game a lot, and I figured I'd just show it off for anybody who doesn't know. Like, as you can see from the remaster, I did a 94% completion. I'm literally missing a boss, I think, in that first playthrough. And then in this one, I was 100% completion. This is just a standard run. We're just working through the game. Nothing too crazy. Yeah, I am getting to Phazon Mines. So I'm very familiar with it. We have started to collect a couple of the Chozo keys. The Chozo door keys. With where we can. I'd have to look at which ones we have specifically. I have not even been to that area yet. I figured I'd wait until we either need to go there because I'm missing a key and I forget where it is, or something else, So, yeah.
Overworld.
But yeah. If you haven't already, for anybody who's stopping in, feel free to either follow or sub. As I go into the save spot again. Feel free to follow or sub, as I do play a lot of either old school games or horror games. I have been branching into playing with a lot more friends recently. So yeah, I've been trying to do more collaborative streams with other people. Okay, so we have one of the keys so far. And then now I just need to remember how to get to, there we go, get to the Phazon Mines. Yes, because that's Magmore Caverns, that's Chozo Ruins. Yeah, we came from here, ventilation shaft. Yeah, because you can go into the frigate crash site, but we don't have the water suit yet, so it's essentially pointless to us. I'm trying to remember where. Yeah, we can't get here yet because we don't have the water suit. Hit the wrong button. Yeah, that's Workstation Tunnel. You need the blast mines for that. Chozo Ruins North. Vendron Drifts. I thought we were at Phazon Mines. Ventron Drift South. Talon Overworld. Oh, that's right. We need to go here, right? Magmore Cavern South. Yeah, I think this seems correct. Yep. Yeah, because we need to go to Research Core because we just got the white beam. Yeah. Okay. So we need to make our way to Fendron Drifts. What is the best way to do that? I'm pretty sure the best way to do that would be through Magma Caverns. Yeah. We'll just head to Magmore and get started from there. I just gotta remember where to go. Yeah, I'm by no means a speedrunner of this game. By no means, I just tend to remember things about like my favorite game series, even like if I don't play them for long periods of time. It's kind of the only downside to me as a gamer is like if I really fall in love with a series, I will like I'll just be able to memorize it. Like I just can memorize like how to do things. Doesn't matter when or how I play it. So, you know, the curse of being a gamer. So, but yeah, and in the off stream that I've been doing when I've been catching up, I have been playing some games, chat. Crazy enough, I know. I have been playing some games. I played Monster Hunter, which I figured I'd ask you guys. Would you guys be interested in Monster Hunter streams of Monster Hunter Wilds? I did finish up the main story, so at this point I'm just on to endgame, but like me and my buddies have been religiously grinding it. So I figured I'd ask you guys and see if that'd be something you'd be interested in. I know my buddies who may be lurking in chat, they would definitely be interested. So could go back get that. I don't know when we'd... Yeah, I don't know when we'd make our way back over here, so I'm tempted to just go back and get it really quick. Sure. Yeah. Fight big monsters, right? That's the name of the game. Ooh, yes, you are, Usnoli. You are buddies. We're going to go get the Chozo key really fast from here. Just because we're here. And like I said, potentially shorter stream, so I'd rather like kind of play cleanup a little bit if I need to. You see that nonsense, chat? Wait. So. Now you do, when you play this game, you do not need to do what I'm doing. Like, this is entirely like something you can wait to do. There we go. That you can wait to do after you unlock everything, because essentially this game has an interesting like setup to it. So it's either you already know kind of how to do everything and you can like preemptively collect things, or you wait until later to get things. So, because like the idea behind the Metroid series as a whole is here, I'll just switch to the frozen gun because it'll make killing things super easy. The idea behind the Metroid series is it's a lot of like touch and goes, where you go to one area one time, grab an item, go to another area, grab an item. Stop. Stand still. You're so mean. No. There we go. But yeah, you can like kind of stop and go and touch base with areas. Fun fact, I think I talked about this last stream, but essentially there is a thing right there, and you can actually access it early if you know where all the little plates are. So here's a plate right here. And I think there's one right here. Yep. We can't jump on this, can we? Nope. Essentially, they're these. They're just these plates, but you can get this early if you do this. In speed runs, I believe this is one of the things that you do, is you get this missile tank early, because... There we go. Okay. Just like that. So, you get a visor later that lets you see things that are invisible. But... Hold on. Text from the wife. Never mind. We're good. Notification from Discord. But you kind of just witnessed there. If you know how to do things, you can actually do things out of order, or out of sequence, as it's called. It's not quite sequence breaking, but it's, you know, it's close. Now, you might be wondering, why did we go back here? So, in this rock, there's another Chozo key. Or Chozo artifact. We got the 8th of 12, which you need the power missiles for. Since we're over here, what we will do is we will head out this way, head out to Chozo Ruins, and we will go get the other one really fast. Because now we can get it. So, what you'll find with this game is that a lot of the, what's it called? A lot of the keys seem to be almost like in a path-like area, which is true. The way the keys are set up is that essentially you can either get these early on as you can progress, or if you have all the items necessary, you can just get them. You can just work on them, get them, it's not that big of a deal, and then go from there. At the very end, because essentially to get to the end of the game, you need to be able to access the Chozo keys, or the artifacts. They're labeled artifacts now, but essentially you'll see why they're called keys. So, yes, we want to go here. Yep. So, if I remember correctly. So, and since we know where we need to go, yep. So now it's going to tell me where to go to progress the story, but we already do. That's why I'm playing cleanup. Yep, gravity chamber. So this is where we're going to go next for the other thing. So I guess we're a little early to phase on mines, which is fine. A little early to say I'm at phase on mines. I'm like right before. I'm essentially missing one suit. And then I think we make our way there, if I remember correctly. My favorite part of the Metroid Prime games right here, chat. So this kind of sucks because of that. That can happen. Now that block exploded, and you're probably like, Michael. I mean, you kind of see what happens. The block does recover after a while, but you can kind of cheese this whole area by just sitting on the edge instead of up against the wall. The only time that it matters is there. I forget that it's like reversed. To be fair, I did not know that you had to be up against the wall for this last area. I thought you could cheese it, but it's fine. Alright. Yep. Now we got our favorite dudes. The ghosts. So if you're not smart, you can actually encounter these ghosts like super early by doing Spider Ball and then working your way up here. Because, again, you unlock this area after. Or you unlock the Ice Beam and stuff like that after you get Spider Ball. But, yeah, you can do this like super early unintentionally. How rude. So they can actually appear at, like, the top of the flower. They can appear over here. They can appear over, like, they can appear up there. The actual, like, setup to these guys is pretty intense. Especially for an enemy that's, like, as you can see, it's up there. It's up on the scaffolding. Alright, down to one left. Mas. Uno mas. Only downside is the primary beam is essentially all you got to fight these guys. I don't think any other beams work against them. Hence why I'm doing this. You can do like the missile bomb attack if you want. But yeah. And that's it. That's game. Boop, 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 boop. Woo! Hey, KJ, welcome in. Probably be wise to, you know, not fall in the water. There we go. Welcome in, friends. Welcome in. Alright. What is the fastest way to phase on mines? Probably definitely not that way, right? Yeah. So back through Magmore Caverns. That's fine. We can head this way. But yeah, that's it. And essentially, Talon, or not Talon, Chozo Ruins is pretty close to being done. It's only, I think, like one more thing to come back here for. Oh, no, there's actually two keys that are... There's one more key that we require the water suit for. And then, minor spoiler warning, there is a water suit. Sorry if you have vertigo. Or motion sickness. I imagine that probably triggered that. Apologies. But yeah, so I've been playing a lot of Monster Hunter, chat. I think in this last weekend I sunk in about like a religious of like 25, 30 hours. In Monster Hunter Community Land, I need to get those numbers up. It's like stocks. And now we will save here. What I will do in the future, though, is instead of playing the guessing game of, like, where am I at today? I'm going to probably save wherever I leave off at, just for my own sanity. So. But I hope you guys enjoy that we're back in this game. Actually, really quick, let me check something. They're trying to snipe me while I check things. That's crazy. Yeah, let me do... There we go. I'll do that. There we go. Now I can see all my tabs in case anybody does anything on like YouTube or something like that. I thought I could make it, chat. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Streamer's the worst. But yeah. I'm excited though, chat. I think I know what our next horror game's gonna be. I was kind of letting some of my friends know who are interested. I think the next game we're gonna probably sit down and play. I don't think I've seen this one. Yeah, we started it, and it's probably gonna only be like a 2, maybe 3 stream, just because I only planned on streaming a little bit today. Yeah, this is Metroid Prime. This is one of like my childhood games, like my childhood. This was released on the GameCube back in 2004. It's either 2002 or 2004. I get it mixed up with Resident Evil 4. I think this one was 2002, and RE4 was 2004. I don't know. Someone, chat, fact check me. What date is what? Nice. Alright, so we need to go this way. Now, if you're wondering why I'm kind of like ignoring the enemies, most of the time, if you keep your movements like in tune with where you're going and like spice it up here and there like this, the AI can't really track you. There it is. I was like, what's my jump button? The button that as a child I never understood. Because I never went into settings. Like as an adult, you'll find me checking settings every time I play a game nowadays. Because there's so much accessibility options. Oh, I do realize that I am covering the one thing, but I don't really know if there's a better spot for my camera. Essentially, I'm covering the beams. I think that's okay, though. Alright, so what's the fastest way to get to where I want to go? I'm going to assume this is, so go straight, go through here. Okay. Song always slaps, chat. It's one of my like go-tos. There's only one other. And just in case I'm not actually going to... I'm just out here taking all the damage. These little spike guys are like the bane of my existence. There's only one other, like... There's 2 other songs from the same soundtrack for Metroid Prime, the series, the trilogy, that beat this song for me. Oh, that's right. We now fight. Yeah. Yeah, you remember that boss, chat, that we fought all that while ago? He's now a thing. That, like, just a natural occurring enemy. So if you missed him, there he was. Now he's gone. We'll call him Big Chungus. There's Big Chungus. Oh, damn it. It gypped me. So sometimes in this game what can happen is your jump can, much like in other, like, platforming games like Destiny 2 and stuff like that, if you're a warlock, you understand. That can happen. Since he's like kind of jumping or moving while I jump, he can cause my jumps to jump. Big challenges. Okay. I don't like that guy. I love big challenges. For anybody who doesn't know, Big Challenges is a Sanrio character, as my wife has been very obsessed with Hello Kitty Island Adventure. Come here. Stand still. Oh, hell yeah. You're dead. That's crazy that these guys can drop golds. I forget that I'm on normal. The last time I played this game, I did my hard playthrough, literally just for myself, just because I like this game so much, and I forget that these guys can drop like gold health, because I think in hard they only drop reds. What am I doing wrong here? Oh, the ice, but because we have Spider Ball, we can just do this. It's like, what am I doing? I eat, sleep, and breathe Hello Kitty Island Adventure. You do. You do. You have your day job, and then you have your secondary job, which is Hello Kitty Island Adventure. I know how it goes.
Defeat enemies to unlock doors.
God damn it. I remember correctly. Yeah. So the ice beam, if you want to know, is the like strongest beam naturally in the game by itself. Perfect description. I play Hello Kitty and sometimes cheat children. That's fair. It is a very cute game. Maybe that'll be my next community challenge once I get back. Probably next week I'll start the community challenges back up, but that can be next week's game. Or next challenge is set up a community challenge to have me play Hello Kitty Island Adventure with my wife. That'd be pretty fun. We could do partner adventures. Is there partner adventures in that game? Yes. Sounds very in-depth. You haven't told me anything about the partner adventures. You go on adventuring together and did special missions. Oh, interesting. That's actually very interesting. So, like, are they exclusive to, like, multiplayer then? Yeah, because I have no partners. That's what I was about to say, is, like... Typically, you don't have people that play with you on Switch, so... Do you know? Do you get, like... Is it, like, just excess resources, or do they actually, like, lock certain things behind, Oh, chat. Hold on. I don't know if you guys can hear this fucking awesome soundtrack. But it's so good. Is there a plan for split? Yeah. As of right now, Split Fiction is one of those that we've been going back and forth on it. We don't really have any like major plan for it. We're gonna play it regardless, but the real question is are we going to play it together, or are we going to do a separate stream for it? You know? I remember there's something about this area that you can do a key. Is it here? I mean, if the community misses her that much, I guess we have to. Oh no. Have to play games with my wife. I mean, we do have to eventually do our second round of Mario stream. So here's that connector that I was kind of talking about where I was looking at the map. This is the connector that connects you to Research Core, or the first time you encounter the pirates. We will not be using this again because this area sucks and it's invisible. So, or like it's dark. There is an area that we can encounter. Could be tripping. Maybe I'm tripping. But yeah, Noli, since you're here, I was actually gonna ask, either this week or next week, are you still interested in playing the Lunars game that I brought up in our little chat? Oh, that's right. Alright, so since we're fighting this guy, I'll just show you this cool attack. So this is the thing we unlocked last time. It's this beam attack. It's really fucking strong. But it's, like, super wasteful. So we will not be using that until, way later. Just gonna hit those now. Yeah, so if you want to know what these guys are for, essentially these guys are... I think you can hit this. I forget how. Either that or... Yeah. Ah, that's fine. Essentially, like, you break that up there in order to get the missile down there. But that was a new Metroid variant, by the way. It's just faster, if I remember correctly. I don't think it actually has anything too major. I'm gonna try to hit this. I think you have to be at, like, a certain angle. Yeah, it doesn't count unless you're, like, aiming at it. This game's weird sometimes. So one of the cooler speedrun things that I don't know the tech on how to do it, but it's it is a essentially the way Metroid Prime and Prime Remastered work is this: if your character is moving in a certain momentum, you can keep that said momentum by, like, locking... Like, if you jump, it halts all your momentum, but for some reason, if you strafe, it keeps your momentum. Now, I'm not knowledgeable enough on, like, the actual movement tech of it, meaning, like, I just am not knowledgeable on, like, how to do it necessarily, but it's still very cool. It's very cool to see, because you watch people, like, without certain items, just absolutely breeze through areas, because they can just, like, fly. If you stand here... to minimize our damage. There we go. Our dabblage, as my good friends like to call it, on our Friday D&Ds. Yeah, we can't. Unfortunately, we can't do the thing I wanted to do because we need the grapple. Bless you. So, I forget. Do we hop down here now? I don't think so. Oh, nope, we do. So these are my, like, not favorite, but cool enemy designs. So essentially you hop in water, because everybody loves water levels. And they essentially do that. The EMP blast you. Wow, that was loud. Was it? I can turn down the game if I need to. Yeah, so it's 100% locking onto things. Alright. Got hit by one of the flying birds. That's crazy. And now we're where we need to be. So then we can progress further. Because the next area we need to go to is Talon Overworld. But we might stop back in Chozo Ruins to get the final key. Because I believe I remember there being, like... Yep, so that's how you kill those guys. Very easy. What's happening? Am I getting whipped by that thing? It's kind of cringe. There's our thing. There it is, chat. Oh. No, it's good. It was just me. Okay. New suit? There we go. As you can see, we can now see and move in here. Like, I know there's something here. Yeah, so essentially there's a item we can't really get yet because you need a certain beam and the grapple hook. Interesting. Do all the space pirate, like the higher tier space pirates, just count as gold tier enemies, I guess? Alright. Not fighting you. Just kidding. Nice shot. Got him. So, fun fact, in order to get 100% in this game, I believe you don't need to get missile tanks. I believe it's literally just scan 100% of the items. It's like a data log instead of the other thing, which I always think is interesting, like an interesting factoid. Alright, but yeah. So, fun fact. Oh, I didn't realize it shoots you out here. That's kind of nice. We could probably make that, but just to be safe, so I don't have to do all that jumping again. And I'll take you through the ice wall. It's a cool little fat feature. We will be back here later, because unfortunately, like I said, one, we need a beam to access that energy tank in there, and then two, there is, we need the grapple hook for a Chozo key, so we actually won't be back here until way later. And Magmore Cavern South. Yep, and then we essentially make our way back to the Talon Overworld, to the area that you can actually, like, unintentionally go into. And it's not a waste of time to go into it early, because you get an energy tank out of it, but it's kind of a waste, unfortunately. Because you go in and essentially you can't, like, continue. You hit literally a hard stop point, and it's like, okay, where do I go from here? Because when I was replaying this, that was the, like, one of the few things that I forgot was, where do I go from here? Normally this game does a really good job of, like, leading me around. So back when I was doing my hard playthrough, I was looking up, like, fast ways to get beams early. Essentially, you need the grapple hook for this room, and then once you get it, you get the strongest beam in the game, because the frost beam, this beam, the white, is the ice beam is the strongest beam in the game. However, there is a caveat to that, where although it's the strongest beam, it is very slow in firing. So when you get the final beam, I guess I'll just go ahead and say it. You get the final beam called the magma beam. Ironically, you find it here. It is very, very strong. Did I go the right way? Yes. I just forgot that it takes forever. So. Also, our ball turns this cool color, this cool, like, purple color, too. I will say that's always been something that I've really enjoyed about the Metroid games, is when you get, like, new suits and stuff like that, it's like the attention to detail that it actually, like, changes your morph ball. It changes, like, everything. It changes everything about your look, right? Like, when we play Metroid Prime 2, which I will definitely not be able to speed through it like I'm doing now, you will see firsthand, like, the Metroid Prime 2 has, like, the sickest suits in the game, I think, in the trilogy. Like, in the Prime trilogy. I'm very excited to see what they do with 4. I'm probably the most, like, my friends used to make fun of me because I was one of those people in the community that was like, this Nintendo showcase that they're doing, we're getting news on Prime 4. I can feel it in my jellies. We're getting it. And then we wouldn't, and I'd be like, this doesn't exist. I'm just not getting my game, ever. Nintendo's just gonna keep it from me. Especially after all the news of, like, Switch 2 and stuff like that. I was like, bro, please. Like, come on. Especially since Metroid Dredge did so well. At least I believe it did, like, exceptionally well. So, I loved Metroid Dredge. A very different kind of Metroid, though. Very good. I'm kind of excited. I hope they kind of stick with the direction they went in. The parry system was an interesting system. I'll definitely have to play that on stream to show you guys. But, like, the final boss encounter, dude, whole nother level. Whole nother beast. I genuinely cannot imagine fighting that boss on, like, what is it, the impossible or you will die, like, challenge or bounty hunter or whatever. Is there goodies? Is there goodies? We we did get. You're still not getting Metroid Prime 4. Listen, we got a teaser trailer. It actually exists. We did get Sparking Zero though before it, and we are potentially getting GTA 6 before it, unless Nintendo like announces it as a launch exclusive for the Switch 2. Which, if they do, I'm gonna blow up. I'm gonna turn into a balloon and pop. So you might be like, wow, why does this look so familiar? So this looks familiar because this is actually the beginning of the game. This is the area. Am I stupid? What am I missing here? I forget that this is the thing. Yes, we did in fact, make fun of me all you want. We did in fact get Budokai Tenkaichi thing. So for anybody who's tuning in after the stream, my buddy Usnoli is a big Dragon Ball Z fan, specifically Budokai Tenkaichi, when it comes to like the online games. Or the fighting games, excuse me, fighting games. Let me put respect where respect is due. And so we were always bullying him that he wasn't getting this game ever. Come here. But now it's officially, I'm not getting my game, but he's gotten his. Alright. If I remember correctly, we need to do this first. Sorry, I know this isn't fun to look at. Thermal thing always kind of sucks. Yeah, it's kind of karma for all the years, but to be fair, it was like me and him weren't getting our games for the longest time. So we were like in, what's it called? In dual fashion in that case, where people both made fun of us of like, you're not getting your Metroid game, you're not getting Dragon Ball. Hope you guys have been enjoying this game so far. Yeah, I forgot this is where they like primarily use the X-ray mechanic. Essentially, it's like it locks you out. I think the crummy part is when it comes to speedruns, I don't think you can. See, this is what I'm talking about. So you would get to here. I'll cut myself off. You get to this part where you can open that with that, but you can't continue forward because you don't have the ability to jump high enough. So one time when I was really tired, this took me like 10 minutes. Or I should say, not 10 minutes, but like 30 minutes. Because it likes to do that. It has the worst enemies in the game. Along with like just the jumping in general. It's just not fun. And you have to do a lot of like jump up 2 steps to turn around and then jump up again. That's like what is happening. Oh, that's right. Now I remember. Yep. That's karma. I talk shit about this area so much. It's kind of one of those that, you know, I don't mind underwater stuff, but when you do stuff like this where it's like, hey, you know how you love platforming? We're gonna make you platform up here. And it's like, what? Why? Nobody asked for this. Whoever thought it's... Yeah, it's like... This is craziness. It's like when you're playing, if anybody here is familiar with Devil May Cry 1, Devil May Cry 1 is, like, horrible about it. Like, literally the worst. I think there's, like, 3 or 4 underwater levels, and they all, like, suck. So this is a variant. I believe it scans under the same thing, but essentially these guys don't expose themselves to the gun thing. They just... right here. This one. Yeah, it's just... Yay, missiles. Open your door. Open the door. Open the door. Open the door, please. Aha. I'm like, why isn't the door opening? At least we got some chill music, man. If there's anything, the world music of Metroid Prime, like just the series across the board, has probably like some of the best music when it comes to literally like just hanging out. I know so many people that like either ironically have these songs on their playlist if they like primarily operate through YouTube and stuff like that, or they have them because they're so good. Like, they have them super consistently because they're good. Almost ran into that bomb. You saw that? Swear I thought there was like another thing here. I guess I'm tripping. That's what it is. Welcome in anybody who's just coming and checking me out, by the way. Feel free to say hi. Otherwise, if you're lurking, just hanging out, I hope you enjoy lurking. Bye. Yeah, so if you want to know what's causing it, it's these like pustule bomb things, right? Yeah. They blow up. Oops. If you're wondering what I'm doing, there is a item up here. Yep. I knew it was something important other than a missile. Plus, I can hear it, so it's going to bother me if I don't go get it. Oh, I'm like... So, fun fact, well, not fun fact, if we head up here, you might actually recognize this place a little bit. If I don't get absolutely beaten on by some fat-headed monsters. Look at that, Chad, it's the gate. We've actually encountered this area before. Stays open, so going forward we don't have to do that whole underwater section. You can just come out here and do that and go through here to get it. But this is not where we want to go. Ah, I fell too far. That's okay. Chat, we're in Fallout. There's radiation, chat. Chat, there's radiation. Intense radiation detected, chat. Put on your hazmat suits. Now we actually made it to Phazon Mines. Had to go to get the water suit first. All right. I think this is another one where we come here and then we leave and then we come back, if I remember correctly. Because yeah, you need the X-ray visor. Which of course you can make your way through without the X-ray visor, but it's much wiser to come back here after getting the X-ray visor. So if you didn't like Space Pirates, boy howdy do I have something to tell you. You can kind of hear them. Yeah, it was like, I believe you can stealth this section to a certain degree. Hey, dude. So this area was terrifying going through my hard playthrough because space pirates do so much damage to you on hard. They do a ridiculous amount of damage. They do, I think, like 30 points. If I remember correctly, something like that. So if you're wondering why I'm doing that, essentially in order to get this to activate, you need to do this first, and then I think it sets it up for grappling. Yeah, because it breaks this, unlocks a missile tank, and then you can put it back. But once we do it once, we don't have to worry about it again. Which is what we're going for, chat. Collect items first. Oh. It's fine because we're not going to have the grapple hook yet, but we can always put it back. So, in this case, what we will do is, it is about 10:13. It's been about an hour and 15 so far. Probably going to be wrapping up here soon. So, if you've hung around this far, thank you so much for hanging out. If you're more interested in the future remainder of this playthrough, I definitely recommend dropping either a follow or a sub, depending on what platform you're on. And, yeah. Yeah, this might actually be a good time to call it, because I said I only want to stream. But, YouTube, Twitch, everyone, thank you so much for watching. If you don't think anybody loves you, I love you. And I will see you all in the next one as we continue to work through this game. Next time it will be a little bit of a longer stream. I just have some more things I want to catch up on, so I'm going to call it a little early today. But have a good night. I hope you all enjoyed. I know it was only like about an hour of gameplay, give or take. But yeah, so see you all on Wednesday for more games. Schedule should be going out tonight. And yeah, so I'll see you all on Wednesday, chat. Bye-bye.